What's up, TD Fans Talk family? This is TD, and I'm bringing to you more post-game coverage of the Miami Dolphins versus the Buffalo Bills. If you haven't heard already, the Buffalo Bills must be taking this loss very hard. You got their defensive end, Hughes, in the tunnel in Miami Stadium trying to fight the refs, guys. Even if it was justified because the refs actually possibly said some bad things to him. But hey, he was very mad, and it looks like it was going to boil over. Luckily, a player pulled him away and walked into the locker room, but they are not happy. But I want to talk about what's really bothering me today, guys, and that's just Matt Burke. Let's break it down. Bam! Matt Burke. Man! Matt Burke does not need to be with the Miami Dolphins. After this season, of course, we are going to end the season with Matt Burke. We are going to end the season with Matt Burke. But Matt Burke does not need to be with the Miami Dolphins anymore. It is obvious. It does not take an additional coach, a GM. It does not take the sports world to recognize that the Miami Dolphins defensive schemes are just not good enough to get it done versus these teams. Versus any team, might I add. Versus teams that are not even good. At the end of the day, Matt Burke is living off of the talent that we have and not executing and doing his part as a coach. Had not it been for Xavier Howard's 2 interceptions, this game would not have even been close with Miami losing the ball game. These are facts, guys. Matt Burke consistently runs the same defense. Not only does he run the same defense, but he continue to put the players in positions to not get any type of rush against opposing quarterbacks. It is really unacceptable. It is really unacceptable. Watching a game in its entirety when a fan can sit at home and shout at the screen the entire game of what's obvious, that the opposing quarterbacks literally probably, and this is a guesstimation, probably has more than 4 seconds to throw the ball almost every single play. And that might be a guesstimated understatement. Guesstimated understatement. When quarterbacks are literally back to pass and have no fear whatsoever. Their feet aren't moving fast because they're not worried about it. We are not dialing up any pressure. And I don't want to hear anyone talk about that has something to do with the defensive line. It does not matter. If your defensive line isn't good enough to beat their guy, then you need to send more rushers. I just finished watching the Patriots versus the Minnesota Vikings game. And I literally witnessed the Patriots dial up pressure almost the entire game against the Minnesota Vikings. What do you think that they're going to do when they come to Miami against our broken down offensive line? They are going to dial up the pressure consistently. And Minnesota has an explosive offense. These are facts. Minnesota has an explosive offense. And the Patriots were able to contain them well enough to take off and win the game. How? Because they kept everything underneath, and they rushed the quarterback time in and time out. They would, in most cases, they didn't send less than 5. On anything third and more than, I mean, there were even times it was 3rd and 2, they sent the house. Because this is just common sense. If you put pressure on the quarterback, he does not have time to hold the ball. He has to get rid of it before he is sacked. You cannot tell me if we send 5 guys, 5 on 5, that one man doesn't have a chance to at least beat him, their man. But no, we decide to send 4 and allow other opposing offensive lines to scheme it very well, causing their quarterback to have all the time in the world. These are facts, ladies and gentlemen. What I'm about to say, you cannot ignore. And if you are ignoring it, you are settling for mediocrity for our team. The reality is, it is not our secondary that is the issue. I know we look at a game and say our secondary is getting killed. They're just completing the ball all down the field. It has nothing to do with the secondary, guys. Any secondary in the NFL will give up plays if the other quarterback has 4, 5, 6, 7 seconds to throw the ball, and sometimes 8 seconds. Any defense in the NFL will eventually break. That's just how it goes. This is why you have to have a pass rush. But for some reason, Matt Burke just will not adjust the defense, will not dial up pressure. And some people say, well, if we dial up pressure and we get caught with it and they beat us as man-to-man, all it takes is one guy to get beat and they go the distance. We're getting beat anyway. We are getting beat anyway. So that is so null and void. And the reality is, at least if we do get beat, the pass will be quick and it is enough time for even some of the linebackers to recover. These are facts, guys. Matt Burke does not belong with the Miami Dolphins as a defensive coordinator. I have not seen anything special all year outside of the talent of our players. Our players' talent alone have made our defense look like we can still survive, but it has nothing to do with Matt Burke nor his schemes. I will not give Matt Burke credit for the things that Xavier Howard has done. I will not give Matt Burke credit for the things that Minkah Fitzpatrick has done, especially early in the season. I will not give Matt Burke credit for Kiko Alonso and his ability to tackle much better than the past. Kiko, for the longest, we've said has problems tackling. This year, he has improved that greatly. I will not give him credit for any other players who have bust their behind in his defensive system to make huge athletic plays. But when it counts the most, he leaves them on an island and dial up no pressure to make it easier for them. Matt Burke does not belong in Miami. Let me know what you all think in the comment section. If you agree, hit that like button. If you disagree, leave me a comment and let me know why. But the truth is, he has to go. TD Fans Talk officially does not endorse Matt Burke. Peace. Matt Burke.